Check 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need. Get over the fear and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello everybody, Michael Quarles with podcast number 118. Today we have the 5 questions sent in by investors like yourself who had a question, needed an answer. Here we go. Question number 1. We do some internet marketing with city-specific websites which are really only useful for local marketing. We'd like to eventually buy all over the country. Are your websites set up for doing national marketing? Can you talk about the differences between your websites and other investor websites? Well, I use one of mine for national marketing, so I guess it works well. I like a website that doesn't give a lot of written information. I find that the person that's looking and searching and trying to figure stuff out probably isn't going to be highly motivated, and then if they can't find what they're searching on my site, they're just going to go to Google and type in, find me another site. So I want real simple dialogue on the website, fill out this form, that's the goal, or call this phone number. Those are the only 2 goals we have in a website. They're not meant for any other reason except for lead capture. So education, I want to educate them during and after the lead capture or component. So when we're talking to them on the phone, we can educate them all we want. Real hard to educate someone from a one-sided conversation. What we write, we may not know or have no idea if that's what they're trying to find and if that's going to satisfy their search. So, you know, the websites are just, or the internet's just a big phone book. And so I don't intentionally send people to it. Now, if they go to Google and I happen to have my national ad campaign turned on, they're going to find me because, you know, I'm paying for placement. And other than that, that's really all I want my website to do is, you know, fill out the form, call this phone number, which is why we go 1-800-SELL-FOR-CASH, and then make the phone number easy to remember. But really, and more importantly, we know that when one of those responses from the web forms come back in, we need to get on that thing fast, because if we don't, it's like a bug walking. You got to smash it, because if you don't, you know, someone else is going to retrieve your opportunity that you spent pay-per-click money for. And so shame on us if we don't follow up as fast as we can. So if you're an investor who doesn't have the ability to follow up, pay-per-click may not be your solution, because those people are highly interested in instant gratification, where your direct mail people, although some of them are, they do understand that, you know, they're calling you and you may not be available, but websites are a little bit different. The other thing that you'll have to understand about the website is that some of the large lead providers out there, their websites look like they're investors, but they're really just lead providers. They're selling those leads to investors and realtors. And so you're going to be going head to head with both sides of the fence on those kinds of prospects. And just understand that that's okay. We know how to diffuse the realtor prospect. But yeah, just fall forward. I think my websites are pretty cool, by the way. We have six templates to choose from. And naturally, I wouldn't say anything negative about my own stuff because we created it. So question number 2, the daily deals are really helping me out about speaking and negotiating with sellers. I'm curious as to know how you pay your Alexes and Ryans. I know there are some personality types that are more comfortable with regimented dollar per hour structure, but there are some personality types that thrive off competition or commission. Do you have a certain pay structure for Alexes and Ryans? Yes, I do. Everybody gets the same pay. They're all hourly. I do not believe in a system at that level that's built around superstars. So what you're asking is do you rather have normal people or do you want superstars? I do not want superstars working inside of my organization. I want really good systems and really good people, and those systems make those people superstars. But I don't want the superstar mentality inside my systems. They don't go together. So because what happens is if your superstar gets tired, and they do get tired quite a bit, and want to go find something that's more enjoyable, you know, because they get bored, whatever it is. I don't want my business model to fall on its face because some superstar left my organization. If a normal, regular person leaves my organization, I can put someone else in there, and my systems will create a superstar out of them, and that's okay. So I'd rather have that so everybody gets flat fee. By the way, they're all temp serve people. So for me, that's really easy. So I call my temp serve agency out. I just need another Alex or I need another Ryan kind of stuff. And so I don't have any of the hiring issues. I don't have any of the workman's comp issues. I don't have any of the unemployment issues, any of those things. Yes, it costs me more. Who cares at the end of the day? Having the ability to implement and put more desks on in a matter of just days over if I had to go out there and search and take time away from what I like to do, which is nothing. I find that the temp serve works well in our business model.
Thanks for listening to Buy, Sell, Fix, Flip. We'll be right back. Are you running out of leads? It's time you tried Yellow Letters at yellowletters.com. Get motivated seller leads through yellow letters, postcards, zip letters, typed professional letters, greeting cards, door hangers, and business cards. Yellow Letters is a full-service marketing company created with your success in mind. Get the personal attention you need to get your direct mail campaign started and get in touch at yellowletters.com.
And we are back in 3, 2, 1.
Question number 3. How do you evaluate properties to buy without the MLS access in all of the areas that you purchase in? We don't have Redfin in our area, and I found Zillow to be very unreliable. I do have MLS access, but we were looking at branching out in other cities. What should we do if we don't have access? Well, we use the 7 data sets, and one of them is Zillow, and it's just one. It's kind of like if you ask 7 different people, to explain to you something, and you're going to get very similar answers. You won't get the same answer, but you're going to get very similar answers. And then you take that and you go, okay, so now what everything has in common is this value. And you look at that value, and if that value, you can negotiate a purchase price based upon that's reasonable, which is more than 50%, less than 65%, you fall forward, and that's why you get your BPO and then ultimately your appraisal. So I think we get too stuck on what something's worth. Let's assume that the 7 data sets and the seller knows what they're talking about. They absolutely know the property better than I do. And I'm going to let a local BPO agent and a local appraiser tell me the truth at the end of the day. Yeah, and I may have to kick a deal and I'll have $500-$600 invested in it. I'd rather do that than not. Question number 4. I'm not good at, nor do I enjoy talking to sellers to try and convince them what I have to offer is the best value to them. I can either get better at it or get someone else to do it for me. If I get someone else to do it for me, where should I find that person? Well, I think we, in order to find that person and have that person, we have to be able to have an understanding of what we expect them to do. And quite frankly, we need to be able to guide them, even if it's for just a short period of time, on how to learn and do this. If you're going off a script, and I'm a big script person, everything has to be scripted. And so in all systems, every system has scripts built around it. And if you don't know how to utilize the script and how to sell or use embedded commands, mimicking, pacing, neurolinguistics, positive, negative reinforcements, then you're going to have to have a hard time training anybody to do that. But if you can do that and you're good at that and you don't want to do it anymore, just call the temp serve company up and set an account up and tell them what you're looking for. You're looking for someone who enjoys sitting down in front of a phone and talking to strangers. And they're not selling, so it's not a cold call situation. They're just retrieving information and pushing it to another person who's going to, at that point, make someone an offer. And I think our Ryan and Alex system is pretty darn good. I know what the numbers are telling me, and it's just phenomenal, the amount of houses we're buying. So I know it works well. And what's beautiful about it, besides it working well, is we're not having to work it. The system's working itself. And anytime you can do that in any business platform, you've succeeded. Question number 5. What are the pros and cons of hiring someone to speak to sellers for you? I think there's a big pro. The con is, gosh, you'd have more time for your family. You'd have to see your kids more. Gosh, what else is a con? You probably make more money because they're going to do stuff that you wouldn't do because you'll be emotionally involved in the transaction and they aren't. You have exponential growth. That's a negative. That's a huge negative. Be able to have a sustainable business even though you're not in it. That's a terrible negative. You could actually go on vacation and not have to worry about your business going with you. And that would just fry me if that happened to me. But other than that, no, there's all kinds of cons, I guess. And I was kidding about them. Anyway, thanks guys for sending in your questions. I enjoy them. Send some more in so we can do this tomorrow. And talk to you then. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.